When you get into kayak fishing, you find out real fast that there's all these different accessories you need to keep your gear organized and to be effective when you're out on the water. The Hobie H-Crate is one of my favorite accessories when I'm out fishing, and I want to go over why you should get an H-Crate or consider getting one, as well as going over the differences between the junior and the standard size. We'll also talk about assembly, some tips on how to assemble it correctly, as well as some different accessories that you can add onto it. Both of the different sizes of H-Crates are 14 inches wide, but the junior is square, whereas the standard original H-Crate is 17, maybe 17 and a half inches long. And it doesn't seem like it's a big difference in size, but you can pack quite a bit more stuff in this. And so maybe if you have an Outback or a Pro Angler, the standard size with being a little bit longer might be for you, especially if you carry a lot of gear. There's some really great features to the H-Crate that I want to go over. And first are these straps that you can hook onto your kayak to make sure that your crate doesn't fall off or slide around in the back of the boat. Second great feature is the Atrail bar, which allows you to mount all sorts of different accessories, and we'll get into those in a little bit. In each of the corners, there's a rod mount or net holder that you can also use the bungee to lock it into place so it doesn't go anywhere. Lastly, there are mounting holes on each side that allow you to mount all sorts of different stuff. So you can mount vertical rod holders onto here, and you can fit probably 3 of them across. You can mount, this is where one of the accessories for the soft cover with the zippered lid mounts through there. There's all sorts of different things that allow you to really set this thing up and customize it the way that you want it. Okay, I have a brand new H-Crate in the box here that we're gonna assemble, and we'll go over a couple assembly tips so you don't damage or break any of the parts in your H-Crate. One quick tip, once you have out all of your parts for this and you have your drill, or if you want to use a screwdriver, that's fine. But the screws are going to be screwing into the bottom of the plate, and you just want to make sure that your drill setting is pretty loose. Like if you have this thing cranked down, you're going to crack the bottom plastic piece. My second assembly tip is to make sure that this loop of bungee here is hooked on this clip down here at the bottom. If you do not put that on here, when you assemble the H-Crate, to be able to hook that, you have to disassemble the entire thing. So make sure you have that hooked on there first. Okay, to start, we're going to start by installing the frame part first, upside down, and then we'll put the bottom on. At this step, make sure that each piece is snug into the corners and that your bungees are attached on the hooks. Now there's 2 sets of screws that come with the H-Crate assembly. The larger screw is for the bottom. The other screw is going to be used on the top. I'll show you where we're going to put that in just a second. Make sure the bottom snaps into the sides. Okay, it's nearly done. We have these self-tapping screws, the smaller ones that are in the set. These are going to go right by these bungee stops to be able to just make sure that the top part of the frame doesn't move. There we go. It's all assembled. Now let's talk about some accessories and the way you can maximize the usage of your new H-Crate. My absolute favorite is the Atrail Rod Rack. And this one, I actually have it set up so the rods lay flat and horizontal. I do a lot of fly fishing, and so with the cast going back behind you, having rods standing straight up can be problematic. So being able to hold 3 rods going straight back is a great way to be able to bring extra gear along. I found having the rod rack set vertical is a lot more helpful because there's usually stuff on the side of the kayak, either the kayak itself or just other stuff gets in the way. So you can mount these so that they're vertical as well. If you really bring along a lot of gear, you could also get the exterior Atrail bin. Comes with a bunch of different ways to store tools, but if you also just want to use it for maybe tackle boxes, the tray comes out. There's a larger waterproof box than this. You can fit 2 of them in here very easily, and then there's a bungee to be able to lock it all down too. Now, sometimes people are nervous about stuff falling out of their H crate, and so there is a soft top zippered lid for this that pops into these mounting holes all the way around. It's a great add-on addition. It does not make your H crate waterproof because you still have all of the other mounting holes and a drain in the bottom. So just remember that it's not going to waterproof your stuff, though it will keep a bit more water out. But if this is behind you and there's water coming in, you probably have bigger problems. There's a lot of different H-rail options that you can mount on there, from water bottle holders to gun mounts to all sorts of stuff. And so check those out on our website. We have a ton of those different things listed on there. And I do want to point out the waterproof boxes that we have listed on our website. These are great for flies, for lures, for all sorts of stuff. And maybe you have that zippered pouch, but you want a couple tackle boxes accessible. Having them in one of these bins on the outside is a great way to have it so you're not reaching around behind you and having to unzipper the top of the lid. They also make a mini bin that is a smaller one with tool attachment, and that's actually probably more popular for our customers than the larger bin. Now, one last little tip for you Hobie users out there. These little bungee stops that are on, there is 8 of them on the H crate. There's 4 of them on the rod rack. There's 2 of them on the bin assembly. These little things come off really easily. So you can see right here, I'm missing one of them. And so one thing you can do is just back the stopper down, back this knot out so you just have that 3/8 bungee cord, and then tie a double knot in it so it's a little bit of a fatter knot. Sometimes I have noticed that on some of the H crates, there has been, like this one has it right here, there's a double knot already tied in it. So I think maybe on the newer stuff, Hobie has already made that correction, but just double check that that is not too small of a knot so you're not popping these little things off. Thanks for checking out this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you don't have an H crate, we have links below for our website where we have the H crates, the standard and the junior, as well as accessories all there so we can get them in your hands very quickly. If you want to see more kayak accessory and kayak fishing tips, make sure you subscribe to our channel. If you found this video helpful, give it a like so others can find it too, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.